Hello Dino Peeps! If you are new here, hi, I'm Tia. And if you've always been here, then welcome back. Guess what? Valguero is finally back. We can go home at last. And I'm so happy that we can finally play on Valguero again. And I've already played a little on launch day. But I just want to dive into making videos now so I can explain to you what's new with Valguero and what has stayed the same. And today we're going to start with our favorite, the Deinonychus. Yes, you've probably already seen some videos about the Deinonychus here on this channel, because this dino is actually one of our favorite animals. And I'm very happy that we can now make a new Deinonychus video for ARK Valguero Ascended. The Deinonychus is small, but it packs a punch, believe me. It is more of a glass cannon dino, so a dino that has relatively little health compared to the damage it can cause. And believe it or not, this little guy is one of the best bossing dinos. But let's start from the very beginning. Where do you get the Deinonychus? I mean, on Valguero, of course. You can find their nests on the chalk hills. I'll show you some of the locations here a little bit, but they're actually scattered everywhere. You can also find them on the boreal forest, which is this swampy area around the green obelisk. I remember there also being like 2 or 3 nests from where you can steal the eggs, and it's actually relatively simple. If you're brave, you just jump on the nest, steal the egg, and then you'd run away. And if you're not so brave, then you just kill the Deinonychus running around beforehand and then take the egg. The egg needs about 25 degrees to hatch. You can achieve this with a few campfires or air conditionings, or if you have an egg incubator like I do here, you don't have to worry about it at all. The dino is simply a carnivore. You feed it, it grows relatively quickly, and then it's ready for you. And what does ready mean? In this case, it means you have a dino that can glide around because it takes no fall damage. A dino with which you can kill larger dinos because it has this special ability. When you approach a large dino, you will see these target points. With a right click, you can latch on these points and then start biting the dino. Sometimes you will take damage when attacked, as some dinos can hit you while you're attached. But it's a relatively safe place to hang and cause bleed damage. And yes, that's the big thing. Not just direct damage, but also bleed tick damage. Now in ARK Valguero Ascended, if you have the damage numbers activated, you can also see the bleed numbers. This wasn't the case in ARK Valguero Evolved, but in Ascended, you can see them. The bleed damage scales with the melee damage of the dino that you're riding and with the health of the creature that you're attacking. In ARK Valguero Evolved, there was a cap where the bleed damage stopped increasing after the dino reached 600% melee damage. And I assume it will be the case in ARK Valguero Ascended as well. I haven't looked closely to the numbers if they match, but I'm just going to assume that nothing has changed here. The Deinonychus already had a special feature in ARK Valguero Evolved, and it was the only dino that could cause bleed damage to bosses. And I tested it for you. Yes, in this version too, the dino is a boss killer. I know the Deinonychus was also able to cause boss damage with bleed for a short time, but that was removed with the last patch. That was the one that came with Valguero. I'm not sure if it was because we have now another dino that can cause bleed damage, or if it was never intended for the Deinonychus to do. The Deinonychus, however, can do it, and since it's an ability carried over from ARK Valguero Evolved, I strongly assume this is an intended mechanic. Would I recommend you to get a Deinonychus? Definitely. Get the eggs, get the Deinonychus and raise it. The Deinonychus is almost the main reason you should be on Valguero at all. It is so versatile that after you've bred it up, you want to take it with you to every map. No one should go through their ARK life without a Deinonychus. With it, you will have a relatively small mini boss killer that is relatively quick to breed and raise, and its egg have the highest quality for making the best kibble. Deinonychus eggs have a maximum level of 150 on a normal server setting. This means you can't get a perfect level 224 Deinonychus from a wild egg, but only 150. You will have to combine stats through breeding or use mutations to reach those high stats. I will also show you the overview from our stat evaluator that we made, so you can see how good your base stats are. Since the max level is only 150, you can see that around 37 points in a stat is already pretty good. Whereas with other creatures in ARK Valguero Ascended, you're looking for 45 or 50 or even higher points. The lower stats are fine here because you have a lower starting level. I'll link the stat evaluator page in the description below so you can check it out yourself, and you can use it to test not only the Deinonychus but basically all of your creatures as well. As I said, the Deinonychus is one of the most versatile dinos in the game. With a glass cannon build, they are a very challenging dino for the end game if you're an advanced player and you don't want to just rely on a Rex, but you want to experiment with other dinos that can beat the end game. If you're traveling with a pack of several Deinonychus, the highest level will usually get a pack leader bonus. Just press C and it will let out a cry and the others in your group will respond. This will give you a damage buff, and I think it's about 25% more damage dealt and 12% less damage taken. This is very important if you're fighting larger opponents or bosses. As you've probably noticed, I'm super excited that we can finally go back to Valguero, raise Deinonychus and try to reach the max levels. And this was always my big Deinonychus goal. And I'm very curious to see if I will achieve it this time. I've managed to maximize 2 stats in ARK Valguero Ascended, but not all of them, so maybe we can do it this time. If you skipped the Deinonychus in ARK Survival Evolved, or maybe you didn't even know that it was such a good dino, then I recommend you to join Valguero, get one today and raise it, because if I'm recommending a dino, you know it's a solid recommendation. In the next videos, I will take a look at the new creatures and see what else has been added to the map. If you want to share your impressions of Valguero with me, please jump into the comments, because that's what they are for. Tell me what you found and what you were most happy about, and maybe even what you don't like so much about the new map, because we are here and we want to hear all opinions. Let me know in the comments and I'll check out the new dinos next to get a tutorial out for you. And by the way, if you have a video idea or a request for what I should talk about with the launch of Valguero, please let me know in the comments as well. We've already talked about it on stream, but I'm still curious if you have more ideas or things that you would like to know. But before I jump out of the video, don't forget to check the link in the description to the stat evaluator. We have other tools there as well, so check that out. And also maybe watch the video that is next here. So that was it for now. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!